In this video, I'm going to share on how I would help this $14,000 per month tutor to earn more and work less. So my name is Haris and I'm the founder of edugrow.org and I help tutors to grow their business. So let's get started. So I was, going through Reddit and I saw this Reddit post on this tutor who earns $13,000 to $14,000 per month by being a full-time private tutor. That's very, very, very impressive. And the thing is that this tutor has to work 7 days a week. So that means from Monday to Friday, 4 to 9 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But even 7 days a week, earning $13,000 to $14,000 per month as a full-time private tutor is amazing. So let's calculate the per hourly rate for this amazing tutor. So for this tutor, he or she is earning $14,000 per month, and let's say in 1 month there is 4 weeks. So that means this tutor is earning roughly around $3,500 per week. So let's also calculate the hours as well. So Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., that means it is 5 hours each day. And since Monday to Friday is 5 days, that's a total of 25 hours. Then on Saturday, that's 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's actually very close to, 12 hours. So let's assume that this hardworking and amazing and impressive tutor actually had a lunch break to, catch a breath so that he or she can continue, teaching. So that means it's roughly around 10 hours working or teaching the students. And lastly, on Sunday, it's not as intense, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So let's also assume there's a 1 hour lunch break. So that's roughly around 8 hours. So if you were to calculate all of the hours, that will be 25 hours plus 10 plus 8, which is 43 hours, roughly around like how a full-time, a normal full-time person is working, maybe a little bit more. So if we were to calculate the hourly rate, that means the $3,500 per week divided by 43 hours in the weekly hours, that is roughly around $81 per hour, which is still very, very impressive as well. But good news, I'm actually able to help this tutor earn more by increasing the hourly rate and also work less by reducing the work hours. So the answer is hire a tutor to teach you. So the plan is, hire a tutor, right? So I believe because, earning that much means that you are having a lot of students that are teaching and you have also high standards, because I assume, if you have a lot of students, you're able to teach very well and the students are going for your classes consistently, so that's why you're able to earn such a high salary. So that means in a way you also have to find someone who is as good as you to replace you. So let's say you can find someone to actually teach for you for only $7,000 per month as a salary for a very experienced tutor. So that leaves you with $7,000. And the only thing that you have to do in a way is that, number one, of course, you need to find this tutor. And number two is that you also need to manage this experienced tutor to teach at a level that you're happy with, at a standard that you're happy with. So this may roughly take you around 4 hours per week, because managing usually is just knowing how the feedback is, talking to the students and parents to see how it goes, and it doesn't take a lot of your time. So that's roughly around maybe 16 hours per month. So if you were to work maybe 5 hours per week, that's also 20 hours per month, which is still not a lot of time, which is amazing, right? And before, your hourly rate is $81 per hour. Now, after you have hired a tutor, your hourly rate is now $7,000 divided by 16 hours, and that is $437 per hour. And that is amazing, because not only you are working less, you're earning a lot more. So this literally 5x increase, or more than that actually, in your hourly rate, because essentially before you were a full-time private tutor. Now you're in a way still a tutor in a sense, but you are managing someone else to teach for you. And that means you gain back a lot of your time back that you might want to do for you might want to hang out with your friends, maybe spend more time with your hobby, maybe take breaks and whatnot in between as well. So before you work every single day, your hourly rate is $81 per hour, and after you work half a day every single week, and your hourly rate is $437 per hour. And it's also like very, very close to people who are earning a very, very high income, right? So you might be thinking, okay, maybe I want to do this. What are the actionable steps or the different steps that I can do? So number one is to create a job post to hire a tutor in JobStreet on LinkedIn, right? And then second is to record your training, because I assume that if you are earning quite a bit of income every single month, that means your standard is pretty high, and that's where students always consistently come to your class. So in a way, you need to record or also create a process where you're able to train the tutor of what are the standards that you're looking for, and also you are able to see what are different things that you do that make students, number one, improve in their subjects, and number two, always come for your classes. And then lastly, once you have done that, you will then train and manage the tutor so that the tutor knows what you are looking for and what is the expectations in terms of teaching in your class. And lastly, how to know that the tutor that you hire is meeting your expectations, or even meeting above expectation or really impressing you, is to implement a feedback system on every single class. It can be a Google form with a rating to see how students are feeling about your class. And one good thing about feedback is that if a student is unhappy, you can actually catch or actually work on this feedback with the students very, very fast, versus when the student actually leave and it's hard for you to maybe resolve the issue that you could have resolved when you saw the feedback. But you might be thinking, Haris, I'm only I used to earn $14,000 per month, and now I'm earning less. And you are right. So the thing is that if you want to earn back the same $14,000 per month or even more, and also work not as much as last time where you were working 43 hours per week, that means you have to switch from being a tutor or like a full-time private tutor to knowing how to run a business. So let me visualize on how your before looks like, or your maybe current looks like, right? So you were working, almost for more than 40 hours per week, $14,000 per month, pretty impressive. But you're working every single day like a full-time private tutor. But now if you were to hire, you're able to work less now with $7,000 per month, and your hourly rate has increased dramatically, and you just need to manage the tutor. The thing is that you're earning less because you are only earning $7,000 per month, which is still pretty impressive, and it's still above average to the median income in Singapore. So if you want to earn your $14,000 and also work 16 hours per week, that means essentially, I don't know if you know the answer, but you need to find 40 students that can give you an extra $14,000 per month. Right? Because if you were to pay the tutor, right, $7,000, right, $7,000, that means you can only earn up to $7,000 roughly, right? But now, if you were to have someone else that you are paying also $7,000, then the remainder, right, this is just like hypothetical. I mean, there's a lot of things, but just to be hypothetical and easy to understand, that means you can earn an extra $7,000. And maybe you can answer this question: what if you want to earn more than $14,000 per month and still work roughly around 16 hours or maybe 20 hours, right? Or, and even if you work 20 hours per week or 25 hours per week, you're earning quite a lot, and your working hours is not a lot as well. So what is the answer in terms of if you want to earn more? I think you know the answer, and the answer is to just find another 40 students roughly, right? And or find more revenue, and that means you can add an additional income to yourself. And your role is now managing the tutors teaching the students that you have over here. And that's how tuition business, or essentially a normal business, works. You essentially turn from a tutor who's teaching the students, and now instead of teaching, you are finding students so that you can have tutors teaching them and have, recurring income as well. So, how to earn even more and work still less from the before, right, where you're working 43 hours. So you just need to learn certain skills. So number one is marketing. So essentially, you need to make sure your services or your tuition services is made known for students and parents. Essentially, they need to know that you exist, and if they have the problem, they will come to you. Then after that, once you have a lot of students and parents knowing that you exist, second one is sales, meaning that they will choose you over other tuition service to pay for your service or your tuition, your tuition classes, right? And lastly, since you're not teaching anymore, you are a business person, you are now going to manage a team. So for marketing, you can hire someone. For sales, you can hire someone as well. And now you are managing a team so that you employ people that are good and people that you are aligned with in terms of values, and at the same time also give consistent results so that you can work on this business as well. And what's the best part on being a business owner is that you can sell off your tuition business. I think OFF lah, right? So because as a person who's doing a private full-time tutor, you can't really sell anything other than your hours. But if you build a business which is essentially an asset or something that you can sell off later on, that means not only you earn more, you can cash out any time as well. Because when you are working every single day, number one, it's not sustainable. Number two, you might want to quit, and if you quit, there's no cash in because you spend so much time teaching. So the best way is to have something that you can sell off if someone is interested to buy and take over you. So the best way is to create a business or essentially a machine that can run without you. And this allows you to sell much easier because people want to just see and value your business. For example, maybe your business, they say that, okay, I can buy your business since it's running for a while, I can buy it for $1 million, right? And then make sure that they will see that it can run without you, so you don't have to touch anything, and it can still run without you. And if you say, okay, I will take this deal, then you can eventually in a way retire or find something else that you want to do as well. So this is some things that you might want to think about in terms of if you were to build a business, it's actually an asset that you can sell off later on. All right. So to summarize, to help this impressive tutor who's earning $14,000 per month, definitely I can help even to make it into an actual business, right? Because working as a freelancer, you are exchanging your time with money, and everyone has the same time. So in order for you to make it a little bit more something that you want to make it a bit more sustainable, then you have to turn it into a business, right? So how you do that is hiring people, right? And that's where you need to transition from being a tutor to running a business, where you need to learn the skills of marketing and sales, or you can hire people who are in marketing and sales. But for me, I'll recommend you to actually learn a bit about marketing and sales so that you know who's a good marketing person, who's a good salesperson. And lastly, the most important one is managing a team on running the business so that you can build this machine that maybe in the future you want to sell off. So that's about it. If you like this video, give a thumbs up and comment down below on what are the things that you learned from this video. So yeah, if you are interested to maybe really maybe want to earn a little bit more and work a little bit less and maybe build a business or machine, let me know. Go to edugrow.org and let's see how we can work together. That's about it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.